The Pied Piper of Hamelin. The people of Hamelin were in despair because they had to put up with a plague of rats in their city. There was no way of getting rid of the rats. There were hundreds. Thousands, millions of rats everywhere you went. In the houses, in the shops, and in the homes. Groceries were eaten in the grocers' shops. Meat in the butchers. Nothing was left safe. The people complained to the mayor, but they could not find a way of getting rid of the horrible little creatures either. There seemed to be no solution to the problem, and it became worse every day. But one day a very thin man arrived in the city. "If you give me a bag of gold, I will get rid of all these rats in your city," he told the mayor. The mayor happily accepted the offer of the thin man. Then the thin man began to play his flute. His music was so sweet that all the people wondered how he could get rid of all the rats. Then, slowly, a few at a time, the rats came out. Towards the thin man and his magic flute. Then they came in their hundreds and thousands, and in millions. They seemed charmed completely by the sweet music of the flute. The piper began to walk, playing his flute all the time, and finally all the rats in the city came out and followed him, and so they all crossed streets, squares, avenues and gardens and left the fair city of Hamelin behind them. They went out into the country, the piper still playing his flute, and the rats following close behind him until they reached the river. The clever piper, still playing his magic flute, crossed the river easily as it was not very deep, but the rats close behind him leapt into the river in their hundreds, thousands and millions, all drowned as they did not know how to swim. The piper returned to the city. Where the grateful people all cheered him. He went to see the mayor to claim his reward of gold. The mayor refused to pay him. "Is that so?" said the piper. "We made an arrangement and you have gone back on your word." The piper then walked slowly into the city streets playing his magic flute, but even sweeter music than what he had played for the rats. One by one all the children of Hamelin began to follow him. They all went out of the city. When they came upon a mountain, the face of the mountain opened up, and the piper and all the children were swallowed up in it. The citizens of Hamelin wept with grief when they had lost all their children. There was only sadness and weeping in the houses and streets of the fair city. One day, a crippled boy who had been unable to follow his companions to the mountain, found a flute in the forest and began to play it. It was the magic flute the piper had lost. Again the music was beautiful and sweet, and as he kept playing the mountain face opened up and all the children came out. They all ran back to the city of Hamelin, where their anxious and broken-hearted parents were waiting. Once again there was laughter in the streets and in the homes of Hamelin. Everyone was happy. There was dancing in the streets, and all the people prepared a great feast to celebrate the return of the children. No one knew what had happened to the piper. They were just happy that the little crippled boy had found the magic flute.